Hello Internet, we're back on BattleSpot and we're going to search for a couple of battles in a moment. First though, a little bit of a disclaimer, there's not going to be 5 videos this week unfortunately. I'm going to have to take my foot off the accelerator a little bit just for a number of reasons. I am really busy at the moment, I do work full time, I've got something else going on as well as trying to record some videos like this as well. I'm a little bit ill at the moment, maybe you can hear my voice isn't the best right now. So, there is that, but I'm getting a little bit burnt out of, playing Pokemon as well, I suppose. I have been playing Pokemon pretty much non-stop. In fact, I can't even remember the last time I had a bit of a break from Pokemon. So, apologies, but we're just going to slow down a little bit. I want to sort of catch my breath before Worlds, I guess. I want to have some kind of chance going into Worlds. So, for today, we're just going to use this team. This is actually the exact team I used in the Wakefield UK Regional, which was a lot of months ago, and this team is not very good, I will say. I mean, it does look fairly standard, I suppose, with the Kangaskhan, Talonflame, Xerneas, and Amoonguss and Smeargle and everything. Rayquaza is very strange on this team. If you played me a few months ago, then maybe you know it, but maybe we'll see in some battles how different it is. It is quite strange. But I don't really hold too many hopes for this team, but seeing as the ladder has reset, I'm kind of expecting that we should at least be able to maybe get a few wins with it. So I don't know. I'm gonna try and get some more stuff in game as well, because the availability of stuff in game is always an issue. So I'll try and maybe get the team with the Sylveon and Rayquaza and Groudon, that team that I've been using on Showdown. Maybe I'll try and get that together in game as well. But we find a standard-ish, I suppose, looking Rayquaza Kyogre team with a Crobat and Weavile and all sorts of things like that. So I think Kangaskhan looks alright here. Maybe I've got a low kick to worry about from Weavile. This Kangaskhan has got power-up punch as well, so maybe the Ferrothorn could be a little bit of an issue. I will take Kangaskhan. This is actually a game that the Rayquaza might be able to do some good stuff in. Xerneas is pretty nice here as well, but I do have to watch out for his Ferrothorn. I really do have to watch out for that. So I think my Rayquaza here is actually going to be quite nice, because this Rayquaza does have Flamethrower on it, so it has got a fire attack. So I think we do want Rayquaza and Xerneas, but maybe both of those in the back, and so we would like to lead with, I like the Kangaskhan lead, but maybe the Smeargle or Amoonguss as well. He could lead with Crobat, so maybe we will go with the Amoonguss, but then I can't redirect thingies, can I, from the Ferrothorn. We'll go with Smeargle, and we'll put Rayquaza and Xerneas out as well, and we'll see how we go this way. It's a long time actually since I've used Xerneas. It's a long time since it feels like a long time. I think UK Nationals was the last time I properly played Pokemon, so it's strange to
Jump back into Pokemon, let alone use a Xerneas, because it's a really long time since I have used a Xerneas. So need to get my old brain working, get the cogs turning again. Against this sort of team, I would expect like a Crobat or Weavile or something like that. And we have a Weavile and a Rayquaza. Okay, so maybe he's got knockoff. Maybe he felt confident leading this way. In case I led with Xerneas. This Smeargle is nothing special actually. It's just a typical fast one. It hasn't got Moody actually. I'd never really used Moody before. But we're just going to Mega Evolve and go for a Power Punch, or try and go for a Power Punch. And I'm not going to mess around, I'm just going to go for a Dark Void, because either he fakes out my Smeargle and, unless he's like Life Orb, or maybe even Banned, because this Kangaskhan is quite bulky, he shouldn't be able to knock out my Kangaskhan with his Rayquaza. So, either I should be getting something from this turn. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say here. Not going to mess around with Feint, because obviously that is an option as well. Smeargle protecting here is definitely something that I could be doing. But, maybe I should have. Seeing as that's actually Life Orb, that does a lot of damage there.
And this tells me, okay, well, you know, we only get the +1 there. That tells me that his Rayquaza is not max speed, because this Kangaskhan is base speed 70, and he's got Earthquake. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Is that choice banded damage? That, because, you know, for an Earthquake, that did a lot of damage to Kangaskhan. So I could put my Rayquaza in. And I'm just going to put my Rayquaza in. Actually. That looks like Ferrothorn, yeah. I was thinking that his Ferrothorn might want to come in because my Kangaskhan has just shown Power Up Punch. And so obviously I don't want to put my Xerneas out here. So if it is choice locked into Earthquake, I doubt it. I don't know, maybe it is. I don't know. Either way, we're just going to go for a Frustration onto the Rayquaza, and you're going to get to see here the really strange moveset of my Rayquaza. This Rayquaza is Expert Belt as well, so this is a really strange one. But if he is locked into Earthquake, he's probably going to protect with his Ferrothorn, but looking at the damage, my Kangaskhan should survive another Earthquake, and we can go from there. But yeah, maybe he's going to bring his Kyogre in. Yeah, to try and protect his Ferrothorn from maybe fire attacks. But, you know, this is one of the good things about not Mega Evolving your Rayquaza. You know, there is no weather. There is no weather as long as it is out. And so this Ferrothorn is going to go down to this Expert Belt boosted Flamethrower. Yeah, there's nothing that can happen here. I'm suspecting that Rayquaza is actually choice banded. That's a very bulky Kyogre. This is a +1 Kangaskhan. My Kangaskhan, though, seeing as it is so bulky, it does actually sacrifice a lot of attack. I really wouldn't use it for lots of reasons. I really wouldn't use this team like seriously now. Yeah, not just because of the choice of Pokemon, but for the spreads as well. This Kangaskhan, its spread is a little bit inefficient. I think maybe Double Edge is quite important to knock out things like bulky Smeargle and you know, things like that as well. Because this Kangaskhan, there are some things that actually it won't knock out with a Frustration. So, you know, there is that. If it is banded, this Rayquaza, I am actually expecting an Extreme Speed onto my Kangaskhan. But if it does that, my Rayquaza is free to hit his Kyogre. I've got Xerneas in the back as well, and if it's not Focus Sash, then I should just be able to Moonblast it. So I'm not really too worried about this turn. Just going to go for a Frustration, just in case he doesn't target that slot for whatever reason, and a Dragon Ascent onto the Kyogre. But okay, so we're not seeing anything really. Maybe that's an Adamant Rayquaza with a choice band. I don't know. Okay, well, a really simple game to start off with, which is nice. I think I needed a simple game just to sort of, you know, calm myself. It's been a while since I played Pokemon. can't be dealing with anything too stressful at the moment. And that should be it, really. I mean, we seeing a forfeit, so okay, fair enough. Well, we did knock out all four of his Pokemon. That generally means a win, so fingers crossed that goes through. Looks like it has. And we'll search for one more game. So maybe not the most competitive game to start off with, but you know, we'll see. We'll see what else we get, I suppose. So you know, yeah. So we actually get to see the Rayquaza game 1 there. Really strange. Mixed. As we find an American player. Okay, yeah, mixed with Expert Belt. It is really strange. And okay, so we find someone using Arash's team. So you know, big well done to Arash becoming the German national champion yesterday, in fact. So this is the team he used, and so I guess it's time to you know, start preparing ourselves against it, really. Right. Well, the normal plan for this team against Big Six, I'm pretty sure, is just going Jumpluff, Groudon. So, my Rayquaza is okay there. But maybe I'm a little bit worried about his Thundurus as well, because this team maybe doesn't really appreciate Thundurus too much.
Now, Arash's Jumpluff didn't have Rage Powder either, which is quite interesting to note. Okay. I think we will go with Rayquaza again, but who else? Maybe Kangaskhan. Yeah, let's go, I don't know, because then Salamence is pretty bad for us. Well, I suppose you have got the Xerneas switch. So, I don't know, let's go Kangaskhan, Rayquaza again, with Xerneas. And then, in the back, I think we'll have Smeargle. Why not? Can't really go wrong with Smeargle, can you? Okay, so yeah, I'm sure I recognise this name. Meg again 10. However you're supposed to say that. He had some points, which is something, so he should know what he's doing. Let's see how he leads. Salamence and Thundurus. Okay, so the two the two Pokemon that I guess I was fearing most in a way. Now this Thundurus, if it is Arash's team, that Thundurus has got Hidden Power Ice, so I definitely have that to worry about. He could be protecting on fake outs as well. What have I got to take a Hidden Power Ice? I have got Xerneas that can take a Hidden Power. Smeargle doesn't really want to break its sash, to be honest. I think we're gonna Mega Evolve and go for a Power Up Punch on our incoming Xerneas, just in case he double protects. Maybe trying to be a little bit too smart with this play, but you know, we are threatening with fake out. And I do know he does have Protect on the Thundurus, so if their Thundurus doesn't have Protect, then maybe the double Protect option isn't open to them. But I don't know. I know this one does, so maybe he feels a bit safer going for the double Protect. As we see a Protect from Thundurus, do we see a Protect from Salamence as well? No, we see a Tailwind. Okay. So, we get our Kangaskhan back to +1 attack. Xerneas unfortunately loses a few of its HP from the critical hit there, but, you know, can't really complain too much about that. Okay. How shall we go about this then? I think, well, Kangaskhan, I can't protect, which is an issue. I think I'm going to go for a Frustration onto the Thundurus, because that is a little bit of a problem for us. And maybe, I don't know, like he has to double target one of my Pokemon to knock it out. So it might seem a bit strange, but I'm just going to go straight for a Geomancy here. If he double targets my Kangaskhan, okay, I get my Geomancy. If he doesn't double target it, he's losing his Thundurus. So, a Taunt, that's okay. I don't mind that. He's in Tailwind. That's a passive move for him. Double Edge will do a good chunk to my Kangaskhan. But he should be losing his Thundurus. Ooh, in fact, this is a Citrus Berry Thundurus. So, that's put a little bit of a spanner in the works. And we can't Geomancy. If we'd gone for a Dazzling Gleam there, then that would have been a fantastic turn, wouldn't it? So, that's a little bit frustrating, but, you know, whatever, it happens. The Thundurus is probably going to go for, like a Thunder Wave now, I would expect. So I think there's no need to Sucker Punch the Salamence, really, because a Dazzling Gleam does knock both of these out. Do I sacrifice to Smeargle? I think we just go for a Sucker Punch on Salamence and a Dazzling Gleam, to be honest. If he double targets my Xerneas, yeah, which he's not. Ooh, okay. I thought he'd Thunder Wave to Kangaskhan, really, but either way, unless he attacks my Kangaskhan now, then might stick around. Don't know. Okay, and just for a Hyper Voice. Okay, so unless they get fully paralyzed, I should be taking out both of his Pokemon here. But we get fully paralyzed. Of course we do. How silly of it! How silly of me to expect otherwise. I'm going to put Smeargle out as well because this Rayquaza does not have extreme speed, which is a problem. Yeah, we're in a pretty poor situation now, because all he has to do really is taunt my Smeargle and double edge the Xerneas. So maybe I've just got to go for a follow me, take the taunt to get the Dazzling Gleam off to knock both of them out. If he goes for a Hyper Voice, then my Xerneas will survive that. Okay, or he just does that as well. So maybe now his See and Follow Me, maybe he will be less likely to go for a double edge next turn. His Tailwind has worn out as well, so actually, I'm going to go for a Spiky Shield this turn and a Dazzling Gleam. I'm trying to be a little bit cheeky here. Okay, so the taunt into the Xerneas. Interesting. And the Hyper Voice, yeah, okay. So I wanted to preserve my Sash there, and good. I get my Dazzling Gleam off. So at least we are in a position now where we can see both of his last Pokemon. You'd expect Groudon to be one of them. My Rayquaza is in the back. That's why I felt a little bit comfortable sort of guiding the game to this situation. But if the last one's Jump Off, maybe he can put me to sleep if he hits his move. It's Yveltal, okay. And the Groudon. Alrighty then. Well, okay. This Yveltal might be a bit of a problem. I'm a little bit surprised he brought the Yveltal to the game, but maybe I shouldn't be that surprised. He is kind of forced to double into my Smeargle in some way. So I've shown Spiky Shield, I've shown Follow Me, I've not shown Wide Guard yet, so I'm going to go for a Wide Guard this turn and try and Moonblast the Yveltal. I don't think this will work out, but you never know, he might be going for a Snarl and a Precipice Blades or Eruption or something like that. He does go straight for the Dark Pulse, but it's into the Smeargle. So what's Groudon going to do here? He goes for an Eruption. Do we get fully paralyzed? No, we don't. Okay, so fingers crossed this will knock the Yveltal out, which it does. And we've got the Rayquaza in the back with Water Pulse. And who would expect Water Pulse on Groudon? Not many people. Okay, well, you know, we've seen the power of Smeargle in this game, I suppose. How it can just cheese out games. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what happened from here. Try for a double protect, it doesn't matter. As long as I get a free, safe switch into my Rayquaza, then I will have won this game. Just because it is Expert Belt boosted. I know that Groudon is max speed if it is Arash's team, so it hasn't really got too much bulk in it. Actually, I'm not entirely sure if it is, because I'm pretty sure Arash was quite confident he could take other Earth powers from other Groudons, so that's quite interesting. But I do know that this Water Pulse will knock it out, so I haven't got anything to stress about here either. So there you go, I have a Water Pulse. That is really not something you see every day. So there you go. You know, from the bottom of the ladder, or from the start of the ladder, you know, however you want to look at it, from 1,500, we've had 2 wins with my Wakefield team. So you know, we've clawed our way through that. You know, apologies for my possible lack of enthusiasm and my hoarse-sounding throat today. But thanks a lot for watching this, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I don't know how many videos I'll be able to do this week, but you know, I hope you can enjoy this anyway. So thanks a lot, guys, and goodbye for now.